Finally back from the dead. And well, why won't you look at this? We got Miami Heat fans starting to see who Eric Spoelstra really is. What I've been saying since, honestly, 2016, since I got on this platform, or 2017. I know a lot of people don't watch my channel, but that's besides the point. I'm one of the longer Miami Heat running fans on YouTube. And I've been saying this for years. You can look at my older videos. Eric Spoelstra is not a coach that's going to win you a championship. Even before I got on YouTube, our 2008 season, where we had it wasn't a horrible team. Michael Beasley was supposed to be another version of Kevin Durant, but a stronger version. You had Dwayne Wade in his prime. You had a very good Udonis Haslem. You had Mario Chalmers, Jermaine O'Neal. He was on his last legs, but he was still effective. Sean Marion at the 4 or at the 3. You had some veterans like James Jones on the bench. And we weren't even a good team that year. And I know a lot of that has to do with injury, and that was his first year as a coach. Fine. But the 2009 season wasn't that much better. We lost in the 2011 season when we went to go get a championship. When we tried to go to the we had the big 3 the first year, and we tried to beat Dallas the Mavericks. We did all of that stuff, all of that barking in the offseason with the big 3, and then we wilt under pressure against the Dallas Mavericks. And yes, a lot of that has to do with LeBron James's horrible choke job, one of the worst choke jobs in history. But a lot of that also has to do with Eric Spoelstra's game plan decisions and his lack of making decisions on the fly, his lack of, rotations. I mean, he wasn't the coach for that team. 2012 was Mike Miller, LeBron James, Dwayne Wade. 2013 was LeBron James, Ray Allen, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, Shane Battier. In 2014 was we just got ran off the floor. One of the worst NBA finals of all time. We got destroyed, routed off the floor. I think we got beat in 5 games. People don't see the problem that I see with Eric Spoelstra. Eric Spoelstra is he's not an all-time great coach, guys. I've been saying this for the longest. I've had read videos about this guy, even after the Big 3 era. When we didn't have the greatest teams after the Big 3 era, but that 2016 season, that 2017 season, we had pretty good teams. And he got exposed a lot during that time. Let's talk about the 2020 finals with Jimmy Butler at the helm. Right? I think we should have beat the LA Lakers if we didn't run small ball. No one's going to talk about that. His obsession with small ball has gotten us to a point, guys, where he thinks because he did it with the Big 3 era, even though you had LeBron, Chris Bosh, and Wade, you had a superstar trio. He thinks since we ran Shane Battier at the 4 with Haslam and them, he thinks he could do that with any of our teams. And he thinks he's the pioneer of the small ball, and he thinks he can win with the small ball. What happened in the 2023 finals, guys? We got destroyed by Aaron Gordon trying to play that small ball shit. You got to play your 7'1" rookie, Khalil Ware. You have to play him. The Miami Heat did not draft him to just draft him, Eric Spoelstra. They want you to play him. We need a center to relieve Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo does not like this offense that you're running this year. And it shows. Bam Adebayo is exhausted playing the center, man. You need a guy to protect. I don't need Khalil Ware to be Hakeem Olajuwon. I don't need him to be Kareem. I don't need him to be Shaq. I need him to be our Tyson Chandler for now. If he develops all these other things, fine. But I need him to get rebounds, to block shots, to get alley-hoops, to run the rim. I need him to relieve Bam Adebayo, especially defensive. So Bam can be more of a point of attack defender instead of a drop defender. You get what I'm trying to say, Eric Spoelstra? That needs to happen. We need size. We are constantly getting bullied by all these teams. You want to know why we get these 20-point leagues and we blow them? It's because these guys play their ass off the way you want them. But then the teams adjust throughout the game, something Eric Spoelstra is not great at. These coaches constantly adjust and outcoach Eric Spoelstra, and they beat us. They come back and win. When we blow people out in these games, guys, we've been doing this for the last 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years. When we blow people out in these games, it's because we are a talented team. I'm tired of people always trying to blame Pat Riley. This stuff is not easy, guys, trying to get stars on this team. Yeah, if you want a big three, that's fine. If you want Bam Adebayo, Jimmy Butler, and another star, that's fine. You want a big three, that's fine. But the Boston Celtics did not win with a big three. Tatum and Brown are their top stars. And the rest are very good complementary players. The LA Lakers did not win with a big three. They won with Anthony Davis and an older LeBron James. The Denver Nuggets did not win with a big three. You get what I'm trying to tell you guys? You don't need 3 stars to win a championship. You just need a very good bench, 2 great all-stars, and a competent coach. That is what you need. Eric Spoelstra has been the problem for years, and I'm glad people are finally seeing the light with this guy. And they stopped drinking the media Kool-Aid. These guys are trying to tell you that this guy is a top coach because he won with the LeBron James in his prime. I can win with LeBron in his prime. I can at least give you 1 ring with LeBron in his prime. I mean, it's not that hard, guys. You have an all-time great with a Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. Of course you can win. You should be in Ray Allen. You should be able to win. Those games should have never been that close in the finals. Like, guys, we gotta come to realization he's not that good. He's an okay average coach. He's a defensive guru. He's good at defense. But I can name a couple coaches that are better than him. Mike Budenholzer, Nick Nurse, Tom Thibodeau, one of my favorite coaches. He's better. I think Doc Rivers is if Doc Rivers is not better, he's on the same level as Eric Spoelstra. I said Nick Nurse. The coach that's for the Cavaliers, you guys could correct me. I can't think of his Keith Askin or whatever. Not Keith Askins, I'm sorry. I forgot his name, but he's a better coach. Quinn Snyder is a better coach. I can't think of the guy that beat us in 2020 with the LA Lakers. He's a better coach. Mike Malone's a better coach. There's so many. Brett Brown, I think, is a better coach than Eric Spoelstra. There's a lot of coaches that are better than Eric. Steve Kerr, of course. That's not even need. I don't even need to talk about that. There's so many coaches that are better than Eric Spoelstra, but because he won in 2013 and 2012, 11 years ago, might I add, even though Mike Budenholzer had won recently and he just got fired. But for some reason, we got to hold on to this guy because Pat Riley loves him. And it's just like he is the reason why Jimmy Butler's seasons are wasting. He was the reason why Dwayne Wade's season before the Big Three was wasted. This guy is not a winning formula as a coach. I think he would be a great assistant coach, but that's it. But his ego is so big, he would never go back to assistant coach. I'm sorry, guys. I never saw it with Eric Spoelstra. When he did do good, I admired what he did. I congratulated what he did. But when he doesn't do his job, man, which is more often than not, I can't sit here and allow this guy to believe because he believes he's a great coach, guys. And you should. Rightfully so, you should. But we all know it. Heat fans all should know that he's not. He'll get you from point A to point B, but when it's time to win the championship, he's not going to do that. And that's my problem. This offensive scheme is different this year, and it's not helping our players. People like Bam Adebayo and Triple J, they're not doing well this year because of this weird offense. It's like a 5-out offense. He wants a bunch of shooters, no mid-range, just rim. He wants paint shots, rim running, and three-pointers. We cannot do that. That is not our identity. We don't have the personnel really for that. Yeah, you got Tyler Hero and Duncan Robertson, but they're not Curry and Clay. Why are you playing them like that? That is not our identity. That's not going to work. And then you got Bam playing the Draymond Green role, which he just doesn't. That's not his role. And you got all these, Nikola Jovic, you got him, and you're wasting his talent, if you ask me. You got a young stud on the bench, Khalil Ware, and you're not even playing him. You're sending him to the D-League. And if you ask me, he was basically a lottery pick, and you're not even doing anything with him. What are you doing, man? What are you going to do? Treat him like Michael Beasley? Like the way you derailed Michael Beasley's career? Now, Michael Beasley has a lot of that has to do with Michael Beasley, but he didn't have a great start because of Eric Spoelstra, man. The way you didn't let Dwayne Wade develop his three-point shot, and that's why I honestly think Dwayne Wade could have been a better three-pointer if Eric Spoelstra would have let him develop his three-point shot. Nope, he wanted him to rim run. He wanted Dwayne Wade to cut to the basket like this was 2004 and 5 and 6. And that's why Dwayne Wade never developed a three-pointer. Same thing with Bam. I mean, it's just like, why? I don't understand this guy at all. Do I think he's a good coach? Yes. I think Eric Spoelstra is a good coach, and I think he would be a great advisor. But do I think he is a head coach of men, a leader of men? No, I do not think so, and I never did. But you guys tell me what you think. It was just like a little mini rant. I just needed to come back out of retirement, and I might be making videos for the rest of the year. Who knows? But I needed to say this before Christmas because this has been a problem for years, and people are finally starting to see it, which arose me to make a video because that is the problem. Eric Spoelstra is the problem, and he's going to continue to be the problem if he doesn't get checked. And the Miami Heat are not checking him. No one's checking him. He is the third highest paid coach in the NBA, and I promise you his record does not match with his salary, and that is a problem. You guys tell me what you think. Eli for 305 out. Let's get it.